answer from the people that are super rude. They don't know how to even be nice. And I'm not going to listen to them when they're like that, right? Yeah, so I'm actually on the phone with Apple right now trying to get this case resolved. And I am making this something on my media because a lot of us use Apple products. And they literally called me a liar. They called me a liar in the store, not in the store, but over the phone. And they pulled the warranty from my computer. And all of that was so wrong. And now we got him on the phone because I got proof. I have proof that I'm right. See, it's not just enough that I'm the happy healer and I love, and people don't trust each other these days because of all the hate. Everyone automatically assumes that you hate them and that you're a liar. Bad news. But the happy healer is not a liar in this regard, and it's so sad he had to get put through all that. And now they still look at this. And it's not really easy to show you from there. I have my secondary. I'm not going to make a big deal of it. I have my computer, and it's not working, and it should be working. It's what I do all of my most magical stuff on. And I had some really exciting things planned for our campaign and our movement, and Apple just swooped right on in there and got in between by literally, I took the store there just to have it kind of looked at, and just, my warranty was going to be running out, and yeah, I took it there, and when I went to pick it up, they were so disingenuous, acting like everything was fine. I took it home to plug it in. It wasn't working. And then I called them, and they said, oh, well, that's because you had contamination, because I smoke. I'm quitting, but I smoke. And they said that, oh, well, it got contaminated. It had some dirt in there. And no, that's not an exception. I'm not going to accept that excuse, because when I first brought it in there, they told me then that it was contaminated with nicotine. And they just wipe it off. They said that it was no big deal. In fact, they recognized it right away. But when they got into it, then only did they later come back and say, oh, well, we're not going to cover this under warranty because it's contaminated, and we're not covering it. And I was like, what do you mean not covering it? It's not even broken. So I'm like, whatever, just give it back. So that's when I took it home, and it was broken. But they had broke it, and then they took my warranty. See, first they broke it, and then they said, oh, no warranty anymore for you, sir. And I'm a stupid guy thinking love, 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 faith, faith, faith. And I go and pick it up thinking they're not trying to take advantage of me and how much I love Apple. Next thing I know, they really pulled a quick one. And if it weren't for God to make sure that I had recorded everything and have all my P's and Q's, and there's no way to smudge the facts on this. Apple has the ability, when you take screen recordings, it goes directly to your iCloud account, and that's timestamped. So I have one timestamp showing a 2.5-minute video of just how great the iMac was working directly before taking it to the store, followed by another timestamped photograph within an hour later being at the store, my first contact with an Apple employee with my computer. So there's the proof. That's just one proof. Then I have all the other recordings and everything else. See, because I don't play around in this world, I've already been hurt enough. So I have to protect the good sake and the good word of the people's candidate. And so that's what I do. I record my experiences. And then these liars come in and they try and say bad things, but I got the proof. And in this case, because of what they did, they broke my computer and then blamed it on me and pulled my warranty. That in this case, it'll certainly become something that could even end up legal, huh? Oh, yeah. And they're getting in the way of my run. Imagine if they somehow caused me to become president. Then they're really going to owe me, aren't they? And it's not allowed for them to say that I don't have a chance or anything else. They're ruining my chance, okay, by getting in the way. So, you guys already know how much love I live my life with. And this is just so shocking what they're doing. I mean, literally, can you imagine a multi-hundred-billion-dollar company coming at the individual saying, oh, well, we're not going to cover you. By the way, your warranty's out. And you're like, oh, wow, okay, so crappy customer service. I own all these Apple products. I got my Apple Mini. I have my Apple iPhone, my other Apple iPhone. I bought more than that one Apple computer. And then, of course, I have this big investment in the Apple iMac. And they're going to really take it in on that like that and break it and then tell me I'm not with a warranty anymore. I mean, really? Is that even serious? I was so shocked. My feelings are hurt because I love Apple. And I think that it was really good in terms of my my ability to do art. And then they go and do this. And the guy last night, he was so mean. He kept saying, well, maybe what you'd like then is to get a new computer, and you can buy a new computer, Mr. Landi. No, I don't want to buy. I just bought a new computer. Yeah, it's so wrong. And people just, we have to treat each other with love, and that's not what they're doing. So that's what the Happy Healer does, though. And I'm not taking that bullshit, William. I'm not. You know, they want to get on the phone and call me a liar, and I'm the one I'm giving them my money, and I got proof that I'm not lying. But imagine if I didn't have proof, then what would it be? It would be your Happy Healer, really not even that, just a normal person. I am just a normal person, but remember, I have a lot of stuff that would, even if I didn't have proof, I put myself out there in such a way that even a lot of people would see who I am, right? They're doing this to people. They have no way of coming back and protecting their word. $4,000 is a lot to invest in a computer, only to then have Apple come back later and say, sorry. They don't even say sorry. They broke it. If they admit it, well, then they have to replace it. So they're not going to admit it, especially if an employee does it in the back. And so it's much easier to just say, hey, this guy, he's a smoker. You know, his nicotine damage, contamination, void the warranty, we're not touching it. But you got in it in the first place. Yeah, but that was before we broke it. And after that, nope, we ain't touching this thing anymore. Yeah, but you broke it now. And yeah, well, we're not ever going to admit that. And you have no proof, Mr. Landi. Ha ha ha. That's the feeling I was getting. But sad for them, I happen to run a studio and that God's working in my life. And I happen to be going for president and other things. So I record all the time. And you know, I'll show it to you guys, actually. It's just so fun that God watches over us. You know, don't be afraid. God's got your back. And you just got to have faith. And you look at what they're on hold. They're going to come back in a second. Can you believe what they did? And I'm shaming them. How dare you do that? Because what if I didn't have the proof? It's not enough. I'm comfortable now in the fact that I have the proof. It's putting me behind in my work. But I'm comfortable in that because I got it. I got it. But what if I didn't? Look at what they're doing. That's a lot of money to put someone behind who just loves and wants to go on with their life. And then you wonder where these shitheads come from out of life. Well, maybe Apple's making them. And maybe a bunch of other greedy people. You know, and I get behind, oh, let's all be capitalist. You know, you work hard, you get back. No, bullshit. Because here's the thing. You can't leave people behind. You can't. If you want to, even the people who are for capitalism, you can't leave people behind. Are you there? Sir? Hello? Yeah. You can't leave people behind. People matter, right? That's what our campaign is about. And that's exactly what all the other campaigns are decidedly not about. And that's decidedly what I am about. If I couldn't be about that, I wouldn't be running. If they had to be about that, they wouldn't be running. Can't you just see? You are right, William. Exactly. What about those days, man, when people would all the time be... that doesn't cause damage. That was a bullshit thing. They're just trying to back their assessment, I guess. I don't know what the hell... Why would they do that? They got plenty of money. Is that how they normally handle their situations? Or the fact is that most people, and this is a true sad fact, the Happy Healer would like to change this about our reality, but most people don't trust. And that most people automatically, if they have to assume... Even in this case, Apple towards their customers, if they have to assume, they'll assume that you are a liar. That's right. And they'll side on the side of their employee, irregardless of whether their employee is lying or not. Now, if you have proof, oh, okay, well then that changes things. But what if you didn't have proof? Do you think they're going to see it your way? Even if your story sounds right. No, don't have that trust. Listen to the Happy Healer carefully. have proof. Have proof. Do you drive a car? Well, then you better stop what you're doing. I challenge you, do not get back in the seat of that car until you first have a camera on your dash. So you are protected against those unlawful police stops. This police state. No, I don't think so. You got to protect yourself. You can't just rely on the goodness of strangers, can you? You just have to be a good person yourself and trust in God and back yourself, trust your instincts, protect yourself, protect your love so you can continue loving. Because guess what? I get the love. Yeah, this bad shit, right? But I can illuminate it, show truth, and then I can love. That's what's important, that we get to beat them. We get to beat them. They tried to take the love and just stomp on it and shit on it, but we beat them at their own game, and we even used it as an opportunity to inspire others. How about that for a home run? And what a contrast, by the way, between your Happy Healer and the other candidates. You know? Yeah, man, exactly. They can absorb that and continue taking on more hits. I mean, Apple's one of the companies that have actually ran their business well. And it's not just Apple. I mean, the problem is we have a humanity issue. Like, people are just at each other's throats. And I voted Trump in, William. You know that, just like you did. But we can't accept that humans don't come first. Trump told me that we were going to get health care for all. He told the same thing to you and anyone else who was listening. Us moderates who voted him in believe that. And I'm not trying to find a reason to shit on Trump. Look, I just love. And the fact is, I would vote for Trump still before all these other candidates, the condescending ones especially, because those are the ones who you can't trust anything they say. You know, they're just smiles and lies, and they look down on you. So they have their Harvard education on one hand, they have their smiles on the other hand, and their lies come right at you. How is that good for the American people? And how is that condescending BS better than someone who is of and for and by the people? And they'll say that they're for the people, but how can they even be? The last time they were in the people's same living standards, condition, or mind, or in the human humdrum, as I like to call it, the spiritual collective, is so long ago. They're so disremoved from what and who the American people are. And yet they think that they can talk down to us, condescend, and solve our issues. Far from it. Hello? They're the reason. Again, this is not just Apple. This is a bigger, larger problem in our country, in the world. And that's why in this campaign, we're taking a different road. And I really think, this is why it's not for them or anyone else to decide that my candidacy will not take off or will not do well. Because I'm confident in the things that's being said is not being said anyplace else. I'm confident in my own education and my own truth. Remember, I'm a resident of this reality as well. I want to improve this reality is why I am running. Not because I want to be your condescending Lord Overseer. You understand the difference? That's right. That's why you get over your issues, over the bullshit that don't matter. You vote in somebody who is just like you, but has the ferocity and the intensity to get the job done. You know that. You're not a fool. And by the way, my Democrats, I'm talking to Republicans. They love me. I love them too. It doesn't matter I'm gay. These are gay. They're not bigots. Is that what you call them? We got to stop with the bullshit and stop with the hate. We got to start loving. And so that's part of that. And then my Democratic brothers, hey, you know, look at all these Democrats running. None of them are going to be able to pull Trump supporters. You got to have somebody that's genuine, somebody that's even more genuine and for the people, that speaks their mind and that the people can respect that. You think that the people are that stuck to Trump? You bring them the Happy Healer and see what happens. And that's just the truth. So don't take it from me. Take it from my Trump supporters. And of course, I voted for Trump, so that goes for something as well. But I'm here on the Democratic side. I'm ready to do my thing, and I'm not big-headed at all. I just know what's right for the American people, and I know what I want for my own future. That's so important. I'm very greedy. So should you be. We should all love ourselves and demand more from our public servants. These guys aren't acting like servants. Condescending. Hello? 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 Apple? Apple? Hello? Hello? So, yeah, I mean, they just put you on. They know they got a situation on their hands here with me. They know that. I'm no fool either. So they like to get on the phone and talk down to you. And then they realize, oh, wait a second. This guy is not a fool. Oh, wait a second. He's got proof? Is he lying? No, boss. He just sent it to us. Oh, shit. We better take him seriously then. That's what it takes to get taken seriously? Really? Am I the only one that sees a problem in that? Be right back. Hello, Apple, are you there? Was that you just calling my other phone? Just trying to keep up with... Apple. They hung up the phone. So I guess he was trying to call back on the other line. You know, it's just shit, right? Isn't this just shit when you have to deal with people like this? They should actually do the right thing. And they shouldn't make you lose your mind, or they shouldn't try and destroy your creativity. In fact, that's where the Happy Healer wants to take things. Just before I get off real quick, and I'm just going to keep coming on, saying what I got to say and getting the hell off. Because I don't need all these minutes where it's a dead time. People are using to come to my live show and see nothing and dead, and then they don't come back. When actually we have very important stuff we're talking about. And so if you ever get to one of these long timelines, oh, I didn't just come online to sit there and not do anything. So just skip along the timeline. Find where the action is. This is just so serious, this stuff we're doing. And I'll be in Ocala too, giving speeches, William. And if you know anybody, here's the deal. Especially my local people, Orlando, anywhere in Central Florida. I have family in Ocala. That's true there too. I will show up anywhere. If you can put together, I'll even do it with 10 people or more. That's local. We can take some good video coverage. I will move you. I will move your group. I will move you. It's normally it's like an inspirational speech. You'd normally have to even charge or talk, and this is the kind of thing that people charge for. But I'm running for president, and we're getting so much more out of this. So just if you're ready and you'd like to have this, you know what the Happy Healer is about, and you can put together a group of 10 or more people, then let's do it. Let's do it, have a venue, or you could even come to my own home. We can do it right here. And so we're just so committed to working for the American people, aren't we? We're just normal people doing it. You know, if you can't respect that, and by the way, I know you can, then we're in trouble. And by the way, I also know that in the past we might have had a hard time doing that, but not anymore, because the people can see these people that we're electing in, they're no better than us. Their Harvard educations don't make them any more capable. Are you kidding me? That doesn't make them any more capable. You will learn enough about an individual. You just have to have that person open up. And right now, truly, many of these people are either condescending or they're somewhat open, like Trump. Even though people call him a liar, he's actually, you can pretty much tell heads and tails with the guy. But he's just rude, and he's not uniting this country. You know, he's done good things with the numbers. We have very strong economy, this and that. Of course, Happy Healer will get you much better, and I have plans for that. But, you know, just take it for what it is. And you've got other countries looking at us saying, yeah, they're doing good numbers, but they're not getting along. Their country is splintered. It's not united. They see us in this soft civil war. They're able to get away with so much in all these little areas because we have our mind taken off the picture, don't we? We're so focused on our infighting. So you call that a strong country, then we have to really be honest with ourselves, because that's not. And we could be doing so much better. So unity is really a big aspect in this campaign. And it's not just because we want to have a strong country. Remember, everything goes back to that humanity matters. You matter. You come first. Enough with the bullshit. Enough with just accepting less or accepting less than. I need my Trump supporters to wake up. Yeah, just because we're getting along with Democrats doesn't mean that I'm the enemy. We all bleed red, and this is for our country. And then for my Democrats, same thing. This is a unity situation. You just watch how HappyHealer for president, HappyHealer Keith Landi for president, brings together these two groups, and how together they are happy and they are unified and they are together screaming and pushing just as much energy as you could ever imagine, even more than Trump and his crowd. And we're all going to be hollering for the same thing: love and compassion and unity for this country. Yeah, we want to put America first. America is its people. Okay? So that's what we're doing, and I have to get back on with Apple. They just seem to drop the ball so much, which is unfortunate. They have good products, and this is, like I said, it's a larger truth about the world and about the state of our kindness and the problems we're having in that regard. And we could just do so much better. All right, guys, I'll see you back here in a bit. This is your HappyHealer candidate for president, Keith Landi, 2020. Let's go kick their butt. And the last thing that Donald Trump's going to want for my Democratic friends, you want to get a candidate that can beat Trump, that can stand toe-to-toe with Trump, you need a HappyHealer. HappyHealer is going to make the guy look senile. He's already pretty much that way. I mean, you see the guy talking. I'm not going to talk bad about him too much. The point is, I can beat this guy. He doesn't have what the HappyHealer has. He doesn't have what we have. He doesn't. He's not selling what we're selling. And he's lying. Even though he is more transparent than the other condescending candidates, he is still lying. And, he's greedy. He puts himself first. I say everybody should put themselves first. But a beautiful thing is about doing that you're allowed to put everyone else, in high regard as well, right? But, if you have no place in your heart for empathy, and if you're president of the United States, you are the inspirer in chief, not the divider in chief. And that's the problem right now, just too much division. And Trump doesn't seem to want to really pick up on that level. Like, he could totally make his thing about unity, and he's not. He could totally make his thing about love and all that stuff, and he's just not. He doesn't have it in him, guys. I'm sorry, I voted for the man. He doesn't have it in him. He's not that. He'll say, oh, I love you, if you love him first. He's not about, oh, well, let's take care of the country. Not first. You got to take care of Trump first. And here's his thing. He will actually put the future of everything we're working on. He says America first. Part of that is getting this infrastructure plan done. He says he wants to do it more than the Democrats. But he also said, no. Not until you stop with the investigations. So you can't investigate your president no matter how intense you feel about something, even though I think it's kind of BS on that end. But I am not going to accept Trump's answer in that, well, you know what? We're going to just hold this whole country on ransom if you can't stop your thing about looking into me. That's fine, Trump. That's fine. But you're going to just have one mark against you, and even your own people will see the truth. Maybe not so against some, but with the HappyHealer, yes. Hello, it's Keith. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're about. Sorry for that. Just had to take that call. Like I said, there's a lot going on. I'm running for president. I care about you guys. People that know me will tell you, I'm not just somebody who's got a lot of time on my hands and I'm wasting my time. I believe in what we're doing here. And I think it's gotten to the point that if you don't do it, how can you even have integrity, right? If you feel so strongly, and your HappyHealer does. So that's where we're at with it, and I got to get straight back to work because I got to take care of these Apple people trying to put me out of business and ruin our chance and ruin our country's chance of having this special thing. And so we're not going to let that happen. Don't you worry. There's a lot of things we got to get over, right? We kind of got to get good at climbing over walls. And so that's what we'll do. And I'll be back on later on today. Today's a brand new day to dream and believe, a brand new day to make a difference, and a brand new day to tell your friends about the HappyHealer for President.com. All right, guys, I'll see you here in a bit.